When we talk about monocots, we're stepping into a slightly different branch of plant biology. Monocots, or monocotyledons, are one of the two major groups of flowering plants, the other being dicots. The defining feature of monocots is that their seeds contain a single cotyledon, or embryonic leaf, whereas dicots have two. This may sound like a small difference, but it has far-reaching effects on the plant's structure, growth, and ecology. Monocots include familiar plants like grasses, palms, and orchids. And while they're not usually the first thing that comes to mind when people think about trees, California is home to several tree-form monocots, particularly palms. Monocots have several distinctive characteristics. Their leaves typically have parallel veins rather than the branching network seen in dicots. And their vascular tissue, the xylem and phloem that transport water and nutrients, is scattered rather than arranged in a ring. This influences their growth patterns and structural stability. Most monocots do not form true secondary growth, which means they generally don't develop the concentric annual rings you see in hardwoods and softwoods. This has implications for arborists because it affects pruning strategies, growth predictions, and structural support for these trees. Monocots often grow in a more columnar or fibrous way, with leaves emerging in a spiral or whorl around a central stem, which is particularly visible in palms. Monocots are extremely diverse and ecologically important. Many of them are foundational species in their habitats. Grasses dominate prairies and savannas worldwide, stabilizing soils and supporting herbivores, while palms provide fruits, shelter, and nesting sites for birds, insects, and mammals. Monocots also often have adaptations to harsh or variable environments. Many palms, for example, tolerate drought, saline soils, and high winds, which is why you'll often see them thriving along coastal areas or in arid regions. Their fibrous root systems stabilize soil, prevent erosion, and improve water infiltration. In California, monocots are represented mostly by palms, including the iconic California palm, which is native to desert oasis, and the Mexican fan palm, which is widely planted in urban landscapes. Date palms are also common in landscaping and agricultural settings. These palms grow tall, with unbranched trunks and large fan-shaped leaves, creating distinctive silhouettes in the landscape. Other monocots, though less tree-like, include giant reed along waterways, and various native grasses in chaparral, coastal prairie, and riparian zones. Understanding the diversity of monocots in California is important for both ecological management and urban planning, especially since palms are often planted ornamentally, but can have specific water, pruning, and disease requirements. From an evolutionary perspective, monocots are fascinating. They evolved after early flowering plants, with adaptations that allowed them to thrive in open, sunny, and seasonal environments. Their fibrous root systems and long, narrow leaves make them highly efficient at capturing water and nutrients in challenging conditions. Many monocots, like palms, produce large quantities of seeds, ensuring reproductive success even in environments with variable rainfall or frequent disturbances. While they don't develop secondary growth like hardwoods and softwoods, their structural adaptations, such as strong fibers in the trunk and leaf bases, allow them to reach impressive heights and survive strong winds. For arborists, working with monocots requires specialized knowledge because many monocot trees, like palms, lack true secondary growth. They can't heal or compartmentalize damage the way hardwoods and softwoods do. This makes pruning particularly important, since removing too many fronds or damaging the growing point can be fatal. Fertilization, irrigation, and pest management also differ from other trees, because monocots often have higher nutrient demands or different susceptibility to pathogens. Additionally, monocots, like palms, are sensitive to mechanical stress, so support systems may be necessary in urban environments to prevent toppling during storms or high winds. Monocots may not dominate California forests like hardwoods or softwoods, but they are iconic in deserts, coastal areas, and urban landscapes. They provide ecological value, stabilize soil, support wildlife, and offer aesthetic and economic benefits. Their unique growing patterns, evolutionary history, and structural difference makes them an important group for arborists to understand, particularly when managing palms in cities, oases, or restoration projects. In short, monocots are flowering plants with a single cotyledon, parallel veined leaves, scattered vascular tissue, and fibrous root systems. While they generally don't produce secondary growth, they are structurally adapted to withstand drought, wind, and challenging soils. In California, species like California fan palm, Mexican fan palm, and date palm illustrate their ecological and aesthetic significance. For arborists, understanding monocot biology, growth habits, reproductive strategies, and maintenance requirements is essential for proper care, landscape management, and conservation.